Hi, Kathy. Congratulations on your retirement. I'm honored that Megan thought I played enough of a role in your career to ask for my comments. I'm not sure she knows the story of how we met, but I am sure that the details would not surprise her. I was a young cardiologist. I had recently started my practice. You were a new member of the house staff at North Shore who decided that rounds with your resident was not a great use of your time. Amazingly, the only pushback you received was being told that you had to find someone to round with. And for whatever reason, you picked me. It was one of the best opportunities I've ever been given. Looking back on your impressive career, it's hard to imagine that the hours we spent together could have been put to better use. We shared the same work ethic and perspectives on how medicine should be practiced. I watched you become a doctor who was honorable, respectful, empathetic, and simply superb at your job. You taught me that the efforts I devoted to mentoring young doctors was as important as the care I provided to my patients. You may be a bit younger, but I am confident that we have both earned the right to be remembered as part of the generation of dinosaur doctors. Your success has been professional as well as personal. I'm thrilled to be alive and able to spend time with you and Peter and your wonderful family. I wish you many happy times and great adventures as you enter this new chapter. I can't wait to see what you'll do next.
Kathy, times have changed. I know that your retirement is upon us, soon coming. And I just wanted to let you know that so often I think of our work together. I think of MD Anderson. I miss those days, and I certainly miss working with you. As you can see, I'm now here with cattle in sort of a post-tense period of our lives, and so from my heart and Diana's, and I'm sure from our shared patients and colleagues over time, we just want to offer appreciation and thanks to you. You were direct, always attentive and articulate, and presented yourself beautifully. Your research was very important for many patients. And so just want to thank you and wish you my best at this time. Bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Mark Chris from Memorial Sloan Kettering, and I'm so happy to be able to speak about Kathy M.W. Pisters today. Kath and I have had very similar backgrounds. We grew up in the Cornell residency program. We were fellows at MSK. I was the chief resident at MSK. Kath actually was the half chief resident at MSK. She chaired the chief residency with Patricia Rivera, and then attending physician at MSK, and then, as you know, at MD Anderson. One thing about Kath is she was an amazing doctor. I have upset her by telling her I didn't remember her at all as a house officer, and she was quite upset about that because she felt she had done a very good job and was somebody who was memorable. But she had a knack for making sure that every patient was cared for. And the care was for that patient. It wasn't for people with that disease. It was all about that patient, and she never lost that. She arrived at the research end of her life at, I'll call it an inflection point for the therapy of lung cancer. Suddenly we had a chemotherapy that actually worked and could lengthen and prolong life. Also, it was the emergence of both neoadjuvant and adjuvant therapy, and Kath was right in the middle of that, and anti-emetic work as well, though her time in the anti-emetic field was short. She was so fortunate to work with two thoracic surgeons at MSK, now Martini and Bob Ginsberg, a fellow Canadian, and their neoadjuvant therapy was developed MD Anderson also was one of the founders of that era with Jack Roth and the medical oncology team that worked with him. Kath published on adjuvant, neoadjuvant, and one really seminal paper that she did was on the pathologic complete remission. And she made that amazing observation that if you had neoadjuvant therapy, had a pathologic complete remission, you had a chance of cure, and that and that's what was unexpected. And also, interestingly, you had a way of knowing that you could be cured because you had a path CR with just a few months. As many of you know, that this is currently a huge focus of activity. A lot of the research going on at MD Anderson, John Haymock, Tina Cascone have been leaders in this as well. And we're now trying to prove what I guess Kath showed us a zillion years ago, is that if you have a path CR, you can tell that your treatment worked. And you have the potential to gauge the effectiveness of treatment after a matter of months rather than a decade now that it takes for an adjuvant trial. Adjuvant therapy, by the way, is a current standard of care for lung cancers and neoadjuvant therapy lung cancers as well. And Kath was one of the founders of that. Then what happened? Kath put the priorities right, and the family arrived. First Kevin, and then an opportunity to move with Peter to MD Anderson, and the rest is history there at MD Anderson. We also had an unfortunate moment when Kath was already a senior fellow or an attending, I don't remember. We heard a presentation by the then research fellow that we had, and I moronically turned to her and said, "Kath, you know you can be replaced." And those of you that know Kath know that she remembers things like that. And I can't tell you how many times that has come up. I don't think we've run into each other without that coming up. At MD Anderson, she continued in that family mode with Megan and Aaron arriving. And also continued with adjuvant neoadjuvant therapy, working on the SWOG 9900. It was kind of interesting. It was the emergence of adjuvant therapy that made that trial, which also Kath was one of the developers of, which ended that SWOG 9100 trial early. Now she has found her place at LBJ. You know, I can't tell you every time I talk to her the joy in her heart that she works there. You know, it's important that in this day where many consider us providers, she was never a provider there. She was a doctor there and doing two things. Number one, providing that very personalized, excellent care for the patients, and also being a teacher. And she's continued to be part of the fellowship program at MD Anderson too, and that is something that has brought her great joy, helping fellows through the fellowship and preparing them for a life in medical oncology. So we've come to this retirement date, Kath, and you get a job well done. Also, again, I think it's family that's going to take over, and it's always been something that has led your life, and you've never let the family down, and you've always made them the top of your list while you did so much for patients and so much for the field of thoracic oncology. And Kath, you know I regret that comment I made to you 1.5 zillion years ago, but Kath, in truth, you cannot be replaced.
Kathy, congratulations on your retirement. I've known you for more than 25 years, and you've been a wonderful friend. You've made it more fun to be a doctor and more fun to be at MD Anderson. I'm going to just tell a few stories and memories that come to my mind. And I'll start by the fact that you are really the unsung hero for palliative care at MD Anderson. When I was a full-time faculty there, we were just getting started trying to seed the program, And really, it was you and Bob Wolf who were the ones sending us all the referrals and keeping us afloat while we tried to figure out how to do things efficiently and get the whole thing seated. So I consider you an unsung hero in palliative care. I also remember that you taught me about grieving in palliative care. You and I both remember well taking care of a mutual patient, David, who passed away, and I remember telling you that I don't go to my patients' funerals because it's not fair to go to some patients' funerals and not others, so I couldn't deal with that, and I just didn't go to anybody's funerals. And you just said, "What? Come on." And we went to David's funeral, and it was a wonderful experience. And I learned that I could grieve for David and all the patients at the same time. It really sort of changed my approach to grieving in palliative care, and I credit you for that. I was also always amazed at how well your patients did. They were always seeming to be outliers. I had the sense that, this was an era early on when lung cancer patients were living about a year or a year and a half, but you had all these outliers who were living multiple years, and I just always remembered that, it's just a matter of your excellence, right? You, as they say in baseball, you made the routine plays routinely, and you also made the amazing plays look easy. I mean, everything seemed easy for you with your excellence and really the way you related to patients and families and the way you used the multidisciplinary team. You just had a certain kind of magic that created a bunch of outliers that always astonished me. I remember how generous you and Peter were inviting me to your house on Christmas Eve one year when my family was in Virginia. And, just the warmth and the love from your family and the special Dutch traditions that you had. And it was just a very memorable occasion. And I can't help but treasure the time that we had together here in general oncology. You made the good times better and the bad times not as bad. And we had a lot of laughs. I mean, there was always emotions, right? There was belly laughs more than I'd ever have in my career, and tears when the tears were needed. And so our patients are always humans, and the fellows and the faculty and the staff and you are always human, and everything seemed doable and everything seemed better working with you. And I don't know what else to say except I wish you a wonderful, blessed retirement, and we love to celebrate you. Take care.
Greetings from beautiful upstate New York. When I was asked to express my thoughts on your distinguished career, the word that came to my mind was intangible. We live in an era in healthcare in which our value is increasingly measured in RVUs and KPIs and NCEs. In the broader culture, particularly among the young, value may be measured in likes and followers. For me, your contributions fall into the intangibles bucket. You have served our patients at MD Anderson with great clinical acumen and compassionate care. You have likewise served the patients of LBJ with your accumulated wisdom and pragmatic mindset while demonstrating that compassion remains the North Star of care. Likewise, your objective and subjective instincts about identifying the best candidates to join our fellowship, how to teach the art of medicine, and guide career development have been front and center for years. I want to thank you for your immeasurable contributions to your own patients, to the patients at LBJ, our fellows, and our program. I know I speak for Mike and Alyssa, Nishan, and Vince in expressing this gratitude for all the intangibles you have done over the years. Congratulations on your retirement, which is very much deserved. Hoping you joy, much love, and great times with Peter, your children, and your many friends in the years to come. Your buddy and colleague, Bob.
Hi, Kathy. I want to make this short video congratulating you on retiring. You were the first faculty I worked with when I joined as a faculty 28 years ago at MD Anderson. You're still by and far my favorite thoracic medical oncologist, or just medical oncologist, period. I want to relay one story that I found hilarious that you relayed to me. You had done some of your first work on induction chemo, and working with Dr. Ginsberg, you had gotten a paper on, I think at the AATS, and you were going to present the paper. And you said you went up there and the discussant arrived after you had presented the paper, and you had no idea that there was such a thing as a discussant. And you definitely didn't know that they were going to ask you like multiple questions. And when you rapidly wrote them all down and answered them all perfectly, you went down and sat next to Ginsberg and said, "Why didn't you tell me they were going to ask me all those questions?" And his response was, "I knew you'd do fine." I love that story. Congratulations again on your retirement. A quick toast. Way to go. All the best.
Hello, Dr. Pisters. I want a very short message. I just want to tell you that I love you and respect you, not only as a wonderful physician, but as a human being. And I think we talked about this before, but I want to say it to you. There are many physicians, many people can get degrees, a title, but doctors are a few, and good doctors, and you're one of them that I had the pleasure and the privilege to work for, and I'm very grateful to God that I had that opportunity. But I want to thank you specifically for being so nice to me. Thank you very much, and have a lot of fun.
Happy retirement, Auntie Kath. I'm so proud of you. Holy moly, what a career you have had. And I was having a little think today, and I was thinking about that it takes a very smart person to be a doctor. That is for sure. But I thought about what is the recipe to add on to that to be a great doctor. And I think that you need really big doses of empathy, humor, and a genuine kindness and interest in people. And I think those are the things, on top of how brilliant you are, that made you a great doctor across your career. I also want to say a really big thanks for being there for me in my recent melanoma adventure, and what a difference it made to have the advice of you and Uncle Peter, and for connecting me with a great surgeon, and for having your own melanoma surgeon look over my pathology report when I was in an anxiety spiral, and it really, really helped me to hear another opinion, and it sort of kept me level-headed in this. Thank you so much for all your kindnesses. And also, I'm extremely lucky to have had you as my aunt for my whole life. I love you so much. We all love you, and happy retirement. So well deserved.
Hi, Dr. Pisters. Congratulations on your retirement. You have accomplished so much in your career. And one thing I really want to highlight is how much you have touched the lives of the people around you. Certainly our patients, our families, and also our staff, our many fellows, and faculty, myself included. I recall when I first come down from Canada to train at MD Anderson, having completed my oncology fellowship, and you welcomed me to your clinic, and I got to work with you for 2 years and see your action in firsthand. You have such a pragmatic and compassionate approach to patient care and helping our patients make so many difficult decisions during their journeys. You remain so calm despite the stressful situations, and you were so well loved by our patients and staff as well. At LBJ, we are so lucky to have you. to keep us organized. You're so efficient and also really help inspire us to do better every day. I am personally grateful for your mentorship throughout the years. Well, with retirement comes a great opportunity to refocus on what is most important. I know how much you value your family, your dogs, and also nature. And I hope you get to spend more time doing the things you love. And at the same time, I won't be surprised if I get to see you at MD Anderson one day, perhaps at a pet therapy clinic. So we'll keep in touch.
Hey Kathy, my fellow London Central Secondary School alumnus. You know, I can just picture you squirming in your seat right now with all the attention on your retirement. I get it. I really do. I kind of feel the same way about these things myself. But you know, sometimes we do need to allow those who care about us to, manifest and express the gratitude and affection for us. And so in that spirit, I want to say I'm so grateful for the chance to work with you, to learn from you, and to know you as a person and as a friend. Over the last 10 years, I've been at MD Anderson, LBJ. You've been our matriarch. You've been the rock for all of us, for the fellows, for the faculty, for everyone on the team, through ups and downs. And for that, I'm also deeply grateful. Your authenticity and honesty as a person, your being an equal opportunity true sayer, your uncanny way of cutting through all the BS in medicine and in life. These are qualities that I most admire about you and qualities that I'll remember you by. And retirement may feel like an end. It may be an end, but honestly, it's merely a change of season. And so I wish you well, and please stay in touch.
Hi, Kathy. Just wanted to congratulate you on a career well served and well lived and a well-deserved retirement. I remember from the moment I arrived on the MD Anderson campus, you were part of the panel interview I had with Alyssa Reber, and I was like, this place is great. It sounds like a lot of fun. And I was right. I appreciate your wisdom in so many different venues, your wisdom for how to take great care of patients, your wisdom for paying attention to your family and having a career, and the opportunity to have a really great laugh along the way. I'm so thankful for your guidance to me and so many others like me, and I know we are all much better doctors and people because of you and your influence. So congratulations on a fabulous career and a very well-deserved retirement. We wish you lots of laughs in your next chapter, and thanks again.
Hi, Kathy. It's Alyssa Reber. I'm in Chicago with my daughter, which I think you would fully approve of. But I'm calling to wish you a happy retirement. I've had the pleasure of knowing you since I was a fellow, and you were consistently voted the most normal, wonderful female faculty member, completely relatable and seeming to be able to balance everything. The things I've learned from you could not fill a short video. One of my favorite Kathy Pister's quotes was, "Alyssa, don't worry about it. Nobody walks down the aisle in a diaper." That was whenever I was stressed out about potty training. You've seen me through raising 2 kids. You've been such an amazing mentor as a physician, as a female faculty member, and as a mom and wife. I've probably learned more from you about personal things and as my personal psychologist for some times of my life. But I think that you are such a shining example of humanity. you treat every patient and every person with respect and kindness and compassion. You focus on making sure that everyone's quality of life around you is the best it can be. You've taught examples of how family comes first. You unapologetically put your family first, and that is such a wonderful, wonderful example that I have learned, and I appreciate you. I think you're amazing. I miss you, and I wish you the best in your next phase of life.
Congratulations, Catherine. What an honor. You know, the best thing about retirement is if you leave a place better than you found it, you can say that professionally you were extremely successful. Well, I'm just here to tell you, you have been extremely successful. For the numerous employees that you have mentored, to the number of patients that you have touched, Catherine, you've just have had an impact on MD Anderson and the community. Thank you so much for all that you have done. Wishing you all the luck in the world as you start this new chapter. You're gonna be amazing no matter what you do in life. We're so grateful to you, grateful for your partnership, your friendship, and those amazing brownies, I have to say. No, hey, congratulations, happy retirement.
Hi, Catherine. I want to take time out just to wish you a very healthy, happy and long retirement. You deserve it. I watched you over all the years, working so diligently with your patients and still raising 3 beautiful children and coming home every evening and baking for them brownies, and you're just a wonderful mother and doctor, and I wish you all the very, very best.
Hi, Mom. Just wanted to say congratulations on a great career, and thank you so much for being an incredible mother, an incredible oncologist, an incredible grandmother, an incredible granddog mother. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us. Thank you so much for feeding us, nourishing us, maybe potentially feeding us too many brownies, but they were all delicious. I'm excited to hang out with you. You know, this is the end of one chapter here, but another one's starting. You're a grandmother now. That and a mother sticks around forever. So here's to the next chapter.
Hello, Catherine. Heartfelt congratulations for you and your retirement from MD Anderson. I am so lucky to know you, and we are all blessed to have you in our lives. And we are congratulating you and cheering you on behalf of Alex and my mother and my family. We send all of our best wishes to you on this special day that you are having with your family, and congratulations.
Mom, I love you. Congratulations on your retirement. We are all so incredibly proud of everything that you have accomplished. I've actually learned so much by making this video about just the woman that you are, and you've been a little too humble and didn't let us in on all that, or maybe I was too young to really process or remember just how big your impact has been on the cancer world, as well as specifically on lung cancer treatment in the world of oncology. We are all so, so proud of you, and I have always looked up to you. You've been a really great role model for what it means to be a driven working woman and a working mother. And just your drive throughout your career has really, really inspired me. I have always told my friends that, you know, between you and Dad, you wear the pants. You've always sat at the head of our table. You've always been a leader. Mom, you've always said that I'm the sunshine of our family, but I believe that I'm just the light reflecting off of you, because you are the sun that we all revolve around. We are really, really lucky to have you as a mom. I couldn't have asked for a better mom. There is no better mom than you. And we love you. Congratulations.
Hi, Kathy. Congratulations on your retirement. So very well deserved. I hope that you are going to have all the time that you want with your family, your grandbaby, and your puppies. I hope you take with you just a lot of gratitude from those of us who trained under you as fellows and then who you continued to mentor all the way through and continuing to do so. I know there's so many of us, you are a sound advice on our careers, especially as someone, with children during training and as junior faculty. And you've always been especially really kind to me too, just in so many different ways and so many different times. And I hope I still get to see you a bunch and I get to hear about the fun things that you're doing, and I just wish you just much happiness. I'll talk to you soon.
Kathy, congratulations on your very well-deserved retirement. You have had an incredibly distinguished and impactful career, and you have created a remarkable legacy at MD Anderson and LBJ. Your influence on generations of patients, trainees, and faculty will endure. It has been such a pleasure and privilege to work with you over the last 18 years, first as a fellow and then as a faculty colleague. After I joined MD Anderson in 2008, you were my first clinical mentor, and I learned so much from working with you. Yes, I learned about lung cancer, but that was far from the most important thing. You modeled a thoughtful, compassionate, patient-centered approach to oncologic care that I could aspire to apply in any clinical setting. You clearly demonstrated to me that so much of our therapeutic value as clinicians comes from our humanistic qualities and our ability to listen and reassure, not from our systemic therapies. It's difficult to express how much I will miss your presence at LBJ. You have been a fixture in the clinic and a foundational piece of the collaborative culture of our program. We have had so many great conversations over the years about interesting patients, our families, and life in general. I certainly hope that those will continue as you transition to the next chapter. I will always be grateful for your guidance and support as a mentor, colleague, and friend. You're an exceptional physician and an even better human being. I wish you the very best always and in all things. Don't forget about us at LBJ. Congratulations again.
Hi, Dr. Pisters. I was so sad to hear you were retiring. I guess you just couldn't stand to be at LBJ without me. I remember when we first met during a coffee and conversation session, my first year of fellowship. I remember feeling pretty overwhelmed at the time, and our conversation was a breath of fresh air and helped me settle and be more present. Fast forward to the LBJ years, and we just had so much fun in clinic and could talk about literally anything. I appreciated the balance of guidance and space you gave me to grow and develop into the oncologist that I am today. Not only did you give me feedback about my clinic patients, but also my questionable life choices, such as deciding to traverse the Texas freeways during a freeze. So thank you again, congratulations, wish you all the very best, and I promise to use everything you taught me to take the best care of my patients.
Hey, Dr. Pisters. I just want to wish you a happy retirement. We're going to miss you so much here at LBJ. You've done so much good for all of us fellows, and especially for all of the patients that we serve. We're gonna miss your light and fun and kind personality, and I just hope that you have a great retirement and many years of hanging out with family and with grandkids and baby Summer and doing all the things that you love.
Kathy, congratulations on your retirement. Since I started working at LBJ, you have always made me feel so welcome. You took the time to stop me in the hallway, see how I'm doing, and share funny stories about your kids. Those little conversations made my day a little brighter. And I loved getting to know your family at the holiday party. Your laugh, it's truly one of a kind. Thank you for your kindness, your laughter, and the positive impact you've had on so many people, including me. Wishing you a retirement filled with joy new adventures, and plenty more stories to tell. Congratulations, you've earned it.
Hi, congratulations, Kathy.
Congratulations, Kathy.
What an amazing career. You've done everything there is to do in one's career and more. So proud of you and all the work that you've done. You've been such an amazing mentor, both in terms of career
Who are
and
you talking
life.
to?
I'm talking to Kathy. In terms of life in general, and I can't thank you enough for all the small and big pieces of advice along the way. I hope you stay in touch. My son's so excited to say congratulations to you. We'll miss you, but I hope that this friendship continues, okay? Yes.
All right, Kathy. I can't believe you are retiring. What a huge loss to medicine, but probably a huge gain to your family. When I think about Kathy Pisters, I really do think about people coming in and out of your life and how much you might not have really interacted for very long periods of time, but those people can leave a huge footprint and a huge mark. And I always remember Kathy as being this warm, loving person who arrived at Princess Margaret when I was a fellow. I was chief fellow. I was always in your room seeking advice. And we did that wonderful leadership course together. I'm not sure how much I benefited from it. But I have absolutely loved getting to know you during that time. I always remember your words of advice. You were always a mentor. And I always think of you as a loving doctor and a loving mum, someone who I always aspired to be like. And so huge congrats on your retirement. Wish I could be there. Sending you lots of love and hope to see you soon.
Congrats on your retirement, Mom. It's been an amazing career to watch as your daughter. I really appreciate the example that you set out for me, Megan, and Kevin, especially being a working female in such a prolific environment. I feel like you set an example that girls can do anything that they want, and especially when a lot of other moms at our school were stay-at-home moms, which is not a slight to them, but seeing you go out in a career and chase after your dreams was really special. I'm so proud of you and everything that you've accomplished, and now that you're a grandmother, you're welcome. I'm so excited for this next chapter of your life to unfold. Summer already loves you so much, and congratulations.
Hi, Dr. Pisters. Happy retirement. I'm very happy for you for this new phase of your journey. And I am so grateful for everything that you have been and have meant to me over the past decade. I remember in fellowship just always enjoying learning from you, and as a faculty member always running to you to consult you for guidance on management of some of our complex patients, and just getting pearls of wisdom from you for patient care. But I think even more than what you've meant to me professionally is what you have meant to me personally. I am very grateful for the ways in which you've stood alongside me on my journey with taking care of my child with special needs, how you were able to understand where I was emotionally and personally, and just meet me there and be so supportive, so encouraging. With your words of wisdom. I will truly miss sitting next to you right by that first chair in the clinic at LBJ every Wednesday and listening to stories about your life, about your family, about your pets, and just being able to talk with you, get advice from you, get mentorship from you. I think what I've appreciated a lot about you is just your honesty, your transparency. It's so rare to find people like you in medicine. You are a treasure. And I know that in this phase of the journey, you'll continue to impact the people around you as well. And I will continue to be in touch because I value you, I value your friendship, I value your mentorship so much. So I just want to wish you all the best on this part of the journey, and know that you will be deeply missed and you are not replaceable. Thank you.
Dr. Pisters, congratulations on your retirement.
It has been a privilege to work alongside you and witness your dedication and commitment to providing exceptional care to our patients.
I just want to thank you for everything you have done and for the difference that you made at LBJ.
And on behalf of the nursing staff, we want to thank you for your partnership, support, and respect that you've always shown us.
You will be truly missed.
And we wish you happiness, good health, relaxation, and many new adventures.
And Dr. Pisters, don't forget your readers.
And also to share the recipe for the brownies.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Kathy, congratulations to you on your well-deserved retirement. Getting to work with you at LBJ over the past couple years has been one of the greatest joys of my return to MD Anderson. And thank you so much for asking me to cook your celebration meal. I hope your retirement is long and healthy and just as fulfilling as your career was. Congratulations.
Hi, Kathy. I am so lucky that I've been able to work with you for the past 6 years. I am convinced we are each other's work wives. Hear me out. We close each other's charts. We check each other's in-basket messages. We give each other rides. And we share the same interest in books. And I love enjoying all the baked goods you make. Working with you in clinic is like spending the day with your bestie. You teach the fellows one of the most important principles in oncology, when to recognize and how to recognize when the patient shouldn't get treatment, and when to recognize the patient is really sick. You've always looked out for us. You volunteered to do the fellows biannual reviews with me when you knew that it made me feel uncomfortable. And you did this for years. That level of protection extends to everyone in clinic. You really are the mama bear of LBJ Clinic. We're really gonna miss you.
Go. Dr. Pisters, thank you for these 9 years that I have worked along with you. It was a pleasure. I saw that you always be going above and beyond for our patients when they needed a wig through their treatment process, and you spoke out for them.
Hello, Dr. Pisters. We're gonna miss you, and we wish you the best of luck. Thank you for everything that you've done to Harris Health patients.
Thank you, Dr. Pisters. We're gonna miss you, and good luck. Have fun. You're not working here. We're gonna miss you.
Dr. Pisters, thank you for all you've done for our patients. We're going to miss you. Thank you so much for helping us keep our charts closed and for going above and beyond for our patients.
Dr. Pisters, Dr. Pisters, your love for animals and humans goes a long way. We appreciate what you bring to our LBJ Outpatient Center Oncology Clinic. Congratulations.
Enjoy.
Hi, Dr. Pisters. This is your girl, Felicia. I just wanted to say congratulations on your retirement. You deserve it. And also, I wanted to thank you for everything that you've done for me, as well as the patients at LBJ. And again, wishing you nothing but the best and all the blessings. And I hope to see you again before you begin the trouble. Love you.
Dr. Pisters, congratulations on your retirement. You're a wonderful wife, mother, doctor, and especially a friend. From one of those many thousands of people that you helped over the years, I just want to say thank you. And I wish you the very best in retirement. If you ever want to get on a boat or go fishing, give me a call, come out to Lake Livingston, and we'll make it a day. Happy retirement.
Hi, Catherine. It's Roger and Elizabeth. We just wanted to wish you a very happy retirement. No one is more well-deserving than you. Little did we know all those years ago in club volleyball that we would meet the precious Pisters family, and how much you have meant to us over the years as we've gone through our own struggles with our health, and how you have been our angel at every turn. We are so happy for you and wish you all the best.
Catherine, thanks again. You really have made a huge difference in our lives, huge difference in the lives of our family. And that's not an exaggeration. There's a short list of those folks who've made as big of a difference as you have, and we wanted to thank you for that. Have a great retirement. Let's remain friends going forward, and let's not be strangers. Take care.
Love and hugs to you.
Hi, Catherine. Happy retirement. I just was thinking about all the times that you've been such a great resource for me, and I wanted to thank you. The generosity of your time and knowledge has just been so helpful. In July of 2020, my dear friend Nancy was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and the first person I thought to call was you. You have just been such a resource, such a great person, and I wish you all the best in your retirement.
Catherine, congratulations on your retirement. What an incredible accomplishment and a career that you should be so proud of yourself for. I want to start by thanking you. When my mom was diagnosed with cancer, you stepped in without any hesitation, and you actually helped her receive the best possible care at one of the best hospitals. You know, during that time, it was a very scary and uncertain time for me and my family. You brought us a sense of hope that we desperately needed. So it has always stayed with me that you actually had never met me or my mom or my family, but you still chose to come in and simply help us, because that's the kind of person that you are. So your generosity and kindness will always leave a lasting impact on me and my family. And so I will forever be grateful for you and your support. So thank you again. Now please go off and enjoy your retirement. You deserve it.
Catherine, we hear you're finally retiring. It was wonderful to have your cell phone number when Aurelio had a tumor, and to hear from you that it was most probably benign, or, you know, when Antonio got his cancer. But we really, really hope to see a lot more of you now that you are, you know, gainfully unemployed, right? Or, you know, joining the world of the free. So congratulations on all your accomplishments, and thanks again for everything you did for us.
We loved meeting you at Hunters Creek Elementary. I remember those days when Megan was little, and we had so much fun. I can't wait to see you again, hopefully in a more relaxed mode. Wish you all the best in your retirement.
Hugs.
Hey, Catherine, this is Daryl Taylor and Lisa, and we just wanted to say that we appreciate you, and we know that you've taken care of patients for a long time and took really good care of us this last year. We needed to get some answers, and so you got us connected with Peter, and we're taking care of really well. So thank you for all you've done for us.
And Catherine, I just have so many fun memories with you, spending time with Kevin and Megan and Aaron and your family, and just traveling with baseball and Memorial High School activities and all the things involved with that. And you were just such a steadfast and reliable and just kind friend who just cared for others well. And I just really appreciated those qualities about you, sorry. And we're so excited for this new season of your life, but just want to look back on all the amazing people that you've touched and the people that you've helped, and we're just grateful to be a part of that and grateful to know you.
Catherine, congratulations on your retirement. I know you're excited about spending more time with your friends and your family and your puppies, and especially summer. Your patients in the medical community are going to miss your compassionate care. We've been friends for a long time. It's hard to believe it's been over 20 years ago that we met at St. Francis. You've always been there for me, never hesitating to help, and I truly treasure your friendship. Best wishes for a long and healthy and happy retirement.
Hey Catherine, it's Kathleen. I hear you're retiring, and congratulations. I wanted to let you know how important and how special you were and still are to us, the Williford family, and how you were there for us in a really difficult time in our lives. We had a connection through St. Francis, and Jeff was Kevin's cub master, and Kevin and Patrick were in class together, as were Gordon and Aaron. We got a horrible call the Friday before spring break, and that Jeff had lung cancer, and I immediately called you It was a Friday night, and of course you show up at our door later that night and talked us through some things and had us at MD Anderson the first thing that Monday morning, which is completely unbelievable. You were with us the next 3.5 years, every step of the way. You and Jeff Williford had a funny relationship. Y'all got each other's humor, which a lot of times I did not. Jeff had a very dry sense of humor, and anyway, you and him had a wonderful friendship, and I just can't say enough about how amazing you made our experience at MD Anderson bearable. You always listened to him, and you two had a great respect for one another. And of course you listened to me as well, and all my crazy thoughts and my anxieties and everything we were going through. You helped to make it better. I will never forget when Jeff finally said, we were in your office, and he said he was tired. And he knew, we all knew it was about the end. And you came to our house that weekend, and you finally said you thought it was time for us to go to hospice. So we were packing up, and you saw some cookies on the counter that some people had brought over, and you said, you know what, you need to bring those to the nurses. They love cookies. And then you looked at me and you said, and get yourself some wine. It may be a long night. And you took us to hospice, and you were there for us. And he passed away the next morning, and you were there. You were there for us for 3.5 years, and I can't thank you enough. And my children still think of you and still remember all that you did for us. You're an amazing human being, and I wish you all the best. And you deserve more than I could ever give you, more than anyone could ever repay you or do for you. But I hope you have a wonderful retirement and do anything and everything you ever wanted to do. We love you very much.
Hey, Kath. Wow, what a milestone. Retirement. Hey, it's not a destination, it's a journey, and you're just passing from one place to another. You've had an amazing career. I was thinking it's been almost 30 years since we came to Anderson, and you took care of Mom. You treated her with such dignity and class and such respect and such intellect. And I thank you then, and I thank you now and always for that. You've done so many things for so many people, treated thousands of patients and families, and always, always had your compass point to the truest of north. You're an inspiration to so many. I'm sure there are thousands and thousands of patients and families who are indebted to you for your care, compassion, and dignity that you have given people in a very difficult time in their lives. You know, I was thinking through such a terrible disease, and through treating my mother, out of that came this amazing friendship with our families. It has been so special and will always be so special. All of us in the Becker family congratulate you and salute you on such an amazing career and an amazing life. You should feel great about what you have done and great about what you're going to do. You have left a legacy unparalleled for your family and for so many, I'm sure, so many young doctors who will follow in your footsteps, learning from your wisdom and experience. Well done, Kath. We love you, we miss you, and most of all, we celebrate you. Have a great time, have a great celebration, and please come see us in Colorado. We miss you. We hope to see you soon.
And Kath, congrats on an incredible career. You've helped an incredible amount of people, including my very good friend Jimmy. Those 3 weeks we spent in Houston in 21 were some of my fondest memories. I still think to this day how thankful I am that you took us in for so long. You've been an incredible inspiration to me and my family, and congrats on a retirement. I hope you don't work a day in the rest of your life.
Hi, Kathy. It's Sean. Congratulations on your retirement. And big thank you, obviously, for all that you've done for us. And Jim, just giving him the best possible chance he could have ever had at living. And, you know, without the help of you and your family, who knows where we'd be. It meant the absolute world to us. And thank you for letting me live in your house for 3-4 weeks it must have been. You have no idea how much it means that we were able to be there with Jim during that time, be able to see him, spend time with him. I can't put into words how much it meant to us. And also, it did also help that there were fluffy dogs running around the house the whole time. That was a big plus. Tell Piper the lesson, best friends don't bite each other. We learned the lesson, we learned it the hard way, but we got there. So again, huge thank you, and congratulations on your retirement.
And Kathy, the indelible Dr. Pisters, it's Jimmy O'Brien, and I really want to wish you a very happy and much well-deserved retirement. I really thank you for being a part of my life since when I came down to Texas, and I really have to thank you for your frankness as well, because you told me you kind of only got one shot at this. You might want to come down to Texas when I was feeling nervous about coming down in 2021. I really want to thank you for your kindness. You took me to so many appointments, and you also brought the dogs around, and sometimes you also brought the dogs in the car. So I also want to extend a very special shout out to the chicken tenders, TJ and Piper. Piper and I have come a long way since she was a puppy teething, and I wasn't allowed to be around here because my platelets were so low. And I also really want to thank you for your generosity. You know, you let me stay in your house whenever I come down for my appointments. It's very kind of you, and I'm always floored by your generosity whenever I get to come down to Texas. You mean so much to my family and I. You're the only person in our family that has the non-blood aunt-uncle designation, so we don't throw those around very lightly. And it's very, very well deserved. I'm so grateful you're in my life. I'm so grateful you've been such a huge part of it through my journey of treatment and survivorship and recovery, and to the point where now I'm just living life pretty fully healthy. I'm 5 years out from my bone marrow transplant now, and I don't get here without you. So again, from the bottom of my heart, a very much well-deserved retirement. I thank you. I thank your family, Pedro, Kevin, Erin, Megan, and again, the chicken tenders. So please, happy retirement. I'm so happy for you. Much well-deserved. I love you, and I can't wait to see you soon.
We've really appreciated you being available for our bout of cancer along the way, and totally appreciate everything you could do for us and how you could counsel us and everything else. We wish you a great retirement, but don't stay away too long. You can always come visit us, and we'd love to see you. Thank you so much.
Cheers. We really couldn't be more appreciative for all your help and guidance over the years and being good friends to us and my parents. So thank you. Cheers for your retirement.
Happy retirement, Auntie Kathy. We love you. And thanks for helping our mom. Bye.
Okay, I'm giving this my best shot. Catherine, congratulations on your retirement. You have served your patients well with care and kindness, and now it's time for you to take care of you. And I can take care of you too. Lunch is at Flower Child. We can do Thelma and Louise if you want. I'll be there by your side to hold your hand, to laugh, to smile, and to cry if you need to. I am honored to be your friend. We have so many great memories. I can't wait to make more. I wish you all the best. Love you tons. Congrats.
Hey, Catherine.
As you step into retirement, I just wanted to take a moment to tell you how much you mean to me. They say everyone needs a lifeboat person in life, someone who helps keep you afloat through both calm waters and storms, and you have been exactly that for me. Your friendship, wisdom, thoughtfulness, and unwavering support have been gifts I will always treasure, Catherine. And while retirement marks the end of an incredible career, it's also the beginning of a wonderful new adventure, one that is so richly deserved. I hope it fills you with joy, laughter, travel, relaxation, and all the things you put off while taking care of everyone else. So thank you so much for being such a wonderful friend. I'm so grateful for you, and I'm excited to see all that's ahead. Congratulations again, Catherine. Love you, my friend.
Dear Kath, congratulations on your retirement after such an amazing career. You're my dear friend since high school. You helped me get into medical school. We never would have met without you. We never would have gotten married without you. Our children wouldn't have been born without you. You changed my life forever. Just lots of love and congratulations.
Happy retirement, Kathy. Enjoy.
Hi, Dr. Pisters. Congratulations. Retirement is very near. I think it's your best decision ever. I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying mine. We really spend a lot of time in clinic together, and I really much enjoy your company and your commentary. When you were around, any topic that you decided to discuss was focused and explained in an uncomplicated way. Clinic dynamics were no nonsense. Treatment plans were specific with set expectations. And you were always willing to lend a hand. That was very much welcome and appreciated. But life is gonna change for the better. This is another phase of your working life, and you've earned it. No need for schedules, no more meetings, less stress, and best of all, no need for an alarm clock. So enjoy it, do as much as you want, or do nothing at all. You're gonna make it happen, whatever you decide to do. Stay active, stay healthy, and it might be bittersweet, but it's gonna be great. You'll be missed, I have no doubt about it, very much so. To your colleagues at LBJ, you know, she left once, maybe, and came back, so maybe she'll do the same again, but hopefully not. Have a great time, best wishes. Congratulations again.
Cousin Kathy, it's your cousin Stephen. Welcome to retirement. One thing I learned when I retired, people told me that your health becomes your full-time job. So you're already a doctor, maybe that won't actually change anything for you. But I gotta tell you, the greatest thing about retiring is you don't have any idea what day of the week it is anymore. Is it Saturday? Is it Tuesday? I have no idea. But I do know that I can go jump in the pool whenever I want. Happy retirement.
Hi, Aunt Kath. Congratulations on retirement. You deserve it.
Yeah, that's how it feels to be retirement. Hopefully it's a lot better. But congratulations, Aunt Kathy, on your retirement. We love you very much. Yes, this is Arabella who loves you, and Andrew and Becky. Congratulations.
Yay.
Hi, I'm Sue Heyman-Abella.
And I'm Michael Heyman, and we are Kathy's first cousins from London, Ontario, where she is from. And we're standing in front of her childhood home at 380. And our family had many happy times here with the Walker family, including family get-togethers and lots of fun in their pool in the backyard.
Kathy's medical career actually started right here, and I was the proud and grateful recipient of her grade 13 biology notes, which were beautifully organized, hand-colored, and I really appreciated them when I got to grade 13.
Now, Kathy is 6 weeks younger than me, so it's ridiculous that she's retiring at such a young age. But anyway, congratulations, Kathy, and happy retirement.
Happy retirement.
Hello, this is Philip.
And this is Myra.
We just want to wish you and Kathy a happy retirement, and we wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Happy retirement.
Hi, Kath. I love you so much. We've been on an amazing journey together. It's been incredible. 3 cities, 2 countries, 3 children. This is just fantastic. Love you so much. Can't wait for the next chapter in our lives. I'm so proud of everything that you accomplished. You're such an amazing role model for so many people, including our children. I am just so thrilled to be married to you.
Hello, sister. I bring you greetings from the shores of Lake Kewagama and the Ontario chapter of the Catherine Pisters Fan Club on the great occasion of your retirement from the practice of medicine. I want to go back briefly to the beginning. I have a story that I'd like to share about your early childhood. You arrived when I was 6 years old, and I can therefore say, based on a lifetime of observation, that you were and always are and will be a force to be reckoned with. Although in later childhood you became known as Chatty Cathy, you were slow to start talking. Perhaps you couldn't get a word in edgewise with your talkative older sisters yakking on, but your understood vocabulary was quite high, as became apparent on a family car trip. I'd like to think, I can't really recall, but for narrative color, I'll say we were on a trip to the cottage with Dad and Mom in the front seat and the 3 kids in the back seat. And we were all talking voluminously about something. When Dad said, well, I wonder what Kathy thinks about all this. And your voice piped up from the back seat for the first time in your first complete sentence. None of your business. It became kind of an apocryphal story, but I know that you were, you do in fact have quite a lot to say, as became apparent in later life, but that you also continue to hold strong opinions about things, which is a good thing. It's also remained true that you do play your cards a bit close to your chest, but for those of you who have the privilege of getting to know you and count you as a friend, you are warm, witty, engaging, compassionate, and one of the smartest people that I know. I will leave it to others who've had the pleasure of working with you to praise your many professional accomplishments and achievements. As the only non-healthcare professional in our family, I'm not in a position to do your career justice. But that said, I did look at a recent online CV of yours, and it left me wondering how you managed to fit in all the papers that you authored, the presentations that you made, the committee work, the training of residents, and the patient care. And you were still present in such a meaningful and supportive way to your immediate and extended family and your friends. You were certainly always my first call when a close friend, colleague, or loved one in our family was facing a cancer-related diagnosis. You never hesitated to listen and lay out some thoughts for first steps and what to bear in mind as the people I cared about were facing the scariest diagnosis of their lives. What a resource you and Peter have been to our family and friends, and we can't thank you enough for that. I know for certain I'm not the only one who feels this way. The lessons you imparted were not just about what kind of treatment to pursue or consider or what questions to ask the doctor, but by example, how to be a thoughtful and empathic listener and to discern what was important to the person who is facing their own significant healthcare challenge. I know that our parents, who were both healthcare providers, were always particularly proud of the woman you became. Parents have a way of praising their children to others, including their siblings. So I often heard just how proud they were of what you were accomplishing, both on the home front and the professional front, when they would return home to Canada from visits to your home in Houston, Texas. Our mother, for those who may not know, was a nurse who excelled at community nursing and had a scholarship to pursue a Master's of Science degree in nursing at McGill University in Montreal. But it was the early 1950s, And as her new husband was still pursuing his undergraduate medical degree at Western University in London, Ontario, she elected to start nursing in London and not go to Montreal. I know they were pleased when you chose to pursue your own medical degree at Western, and it's a good thing you did because that's where you met Peter and together built both such interesting careers and raised a wonderful family. Like you, Dad had a love of teaching medical students and a great ability to listen to his patients and to provide compassionate care. When he died in 2001, 25 years ago, isn't that hard to believe? From complications of multiple myeloma, our family established the J.B. Walker Memorial Endowment Fund that provides financial assistance to a recent graduate with a medical degree to pursue graduate training in internal medicine. The criteria include not only high academic achievement, but just as importantly, exceptional ability in relating to patients. It seems to me, Kath, that your career has reflected both aspects of that award and that the peach has not fallen very far from the tree. You have so much to celebrate and reflect on, Kath, as you look back on your career in medicine and look forward to a well-earned retirement. I hope you can forego your usual modesty and give yourself permission to bask in the glow of all the well-earned praise I know you're going to hear from your friends and colleagues as they celebrate your retirement and as you embark on this next chapter in life. We're very proud of you here in your home country, and I love you and I'm proud of you and wish you all the best in this next chapter. I love you. Bye.
Hey, Kath. Obviously, it's Jan and Louie here. This is our portion to your wonderful video. We want to congratulate you on your retirement from working all these years, all these decades. Stories about how you've helped people. I can think of two specifically. First one was our friend Mary DeCluet, who had lung cancer that was having trouble getting into MD Anderson, and without her even being your patient, you made arrangements for her to get into Anderson, picked out the perfect doctor for her, and made her cancer journey a memorable experience. The second example I can give you is my dear friend Cindy Masaki. I, as you know, accompanied Cindy on her cancer adventure at MD Anderson, and it was much to our surprise that on her very first day, all of a sudden a woman arrived from the patient advocacy who you had sent to accompany her through her journey at MD Anderson. And this was just not only for the first day, but for every day that she went throughout her entire journey, whether it was for the surgery, pre-op, post-op, and then through all the radiation and follow-up experiences. It was unbelievable, and Cindy to this day talks about how pleasantly surprised and how honored she felt that you had done that. And then the final comment I wanted to make was, I am sure Mom and Dad are up in heaven and they are looking down and they are thrilled and they are so proud of you. You ran a practice full of care, kindness, and compassion just like Dad did, and I know that is tickling his funny bone up in heaven to know that his daughter was a physician just like he was.
And I just want to thank you, Kath, for all the times I could get a quick curbside consult when somebody had a pulmonary mass or if they had lung cancer itself. Charlie would look you in the face just like this if he was there, but he's over here.
Yep,
and
he's the representative of the 3 Sugarland doggies saying congratulations to you.
But he would look you in the face too,
Yep.
in appreciation for all the hard work you've done.
Yep. So with that being said, congratulations. Go out and enjoy your retirement.
Yep,
Bye.
super enjoy it. Bye.
Many congratulations, Catherine, on your retirement and on your remarkable career at world-class institutions in 2 countries. Throughout your outstanding career, you accomplished something few people achieve, being beloved and respected by both your colleagues and your patients. Well done.
Dearest, beautiful, inside and out Catherine, I am so honored to be given the opportunity to express a few special sentiments about you. You truly are one of the kindest and most humble people I know, an extraordinary physician, a wonderful wife to Peter, an exceptional mother, and now a blessed grandmother. Having dedicated thousands of hours of compassionate service, and especially to underserved individuals from marginalized communities, you've been a major force in Harris County, where healthcare never will be the same without you. Wishing you fulfillment, happiness, and special time with family, and sending many hugs of admiration and much love from the bottom of my very grateful heart. I love you.
Kathy, we love you. I have a few words for you that I've prepared. One is, there comes a time in life when the life's work we've done needs to not be held so tightly. Not because its meaning has been diminished, but because the work has been done. There's no better grace than looking back and knowing you've contributed, you've cared, you've made a difference, you've taught, you've built a legacy. You have something that will live on way beyond the next 3 clinics. What you have is wisdom and judgment and reasoning and friendship and compassion and hugs and rubs and rocks. Rocks being rocking chair hugs. But there are so many new people to receive what you have. These people are places that you don't know yet. They're people that you haven't met yet. And they're opportunities that are going to be brand new as your schedule gets changed and lightened. Remember, a fruitful life is not measured by how long we stay in one place. Sometimes the fullest expression is knowing when to bless what has been, leave it in good hands, and walk.
Catherine Pisters, I sure am happy that my trail through life met yours along the way. You are living an amazing life. You've had an incredibly successful career, and you've had an incredibly significant career, which significant is all about helping other people and serving other people, and you've been doing that in spades throughout your life, particularly in your work. And as my birthday rolls around each year, I'll certainly be thinking of you. I'm wishing you and your loved ones blessings that are measured with no limits for years and years ahead. God bless all of you, and I hope I have a chance to see you sometime soon. But again, congratulations on your retirement, and I would just simply say, job well done.